In today's New to Pilates class, we are doing a full body class. There's going to be a standing component at the end, and you will need a pair of light weights. 2 to 3 pounds will be good. I am also going to say that this class will be perfectly acceptable and a great class to do if you are prenatal. I am prenatal. I am 13 weeks along. I will no longer be doing ab work in terms of ab curls, but when we get to a portion of the class where you could do ab curls with certain leg work, I will definitely let you know if you'd like to add that in yourself. All right, we're going to start with a little bit of spine mobilization work. So we're going to focus on the upper half of the body, really just from the top of my head to about the base of my shoulder blades or where my bra strap hits. So I'm just going to sit nice and comfortably, hands coming behind the knees, taking a breath in, and I'm going to start to let the head begin to feel heavy and fall. I'm going to allow the shoulders to relax. And again, I'm just going to about that midpoint in my spine. And then I'm going to stack the spine back up. And again, just letting the head become nice and heavy, allowing yourself to round over, let those elbows soften, and then stack yourself up nice and tall. Let's do 2 more like that. Allowing the head to feel nice and heavy, sitting tall on those sit bones, and rolling yourself up. One last time here, allowing the head to get nice and heavy, rounding, and then stacking yourself nice and tall. We're going to look at a little bit of extension work now. So I'm going to let my eyes start the movement. My eyes are going to begin to look upward. The chin is going to gently follow, and then I'm going to feel like I'm lengthening my sternum or allowing my chest to look up a little bit, like I'm looking up at a tall tree or into the sun, and then letting it soften. And again, letting the eyes start the movement, then the chin. Now, I'm not breaking my neck. I'm not going into this position. That's too stressful. But I am just feeling like I have a nice bit of length at the front of the chest, a bit of energy in my back, and then I'm going to let that soften. 2 more, working from the top of the head. So I'm not just pushing my ribs forward. I really want to feel like I'm coming up and over in a stretch. And then melt. You can think of a rainbow arc here. Rainbow going up and over, not collapsing, not pushing, and then relaxing back down. We're going to look at the lower half of the body now in some half rollbacks. So again, we'll just start with the hands behind the knees, taking a breath in, and on my exhale, I'm going to roll the tailbone under, tailbone toward the pubic bone toward the belly button, drawing up through the pelvic floor, taking a breath in. And on my exhale, rolling myself back up. Let's do it again. Breath in at the top. Exhale, tailbone to pubic bone to belly button, pulling those deep abdominal muscles in. And exhale, rolling yourself back up. 2 more like this. And scooping. And rolling up. I want to keep my upper body nice and lengthened here. So as I go into my scoop, I'm not collapsing the upper body. My chest is open, and it really just is the lower half of my spine that feels that length and curl, and then coming back up. I'm going to come on a little bit of an angle now because we're going to incorporate some arms, and I need the space. So I'm going to reach my arms out in front of me, taking a nice little scoop through the tummy muscles. I'm going to open my arms wide to the side, bring them up overhead, down, and then get tall. Let's do it again, scooping through the tummy muscles, open the arms wide, and up, lower down, and get tall. We're going to do 1 more time with the arms in this direction. Scooping through those low tummy muscles, opening the arms wide, bringing the arms up, down they come in front of the body, and get tall through the top of the head. We're going to do the same lower half, but reverse the arms. So scooping through those low abs, bringing the arms up overhead now, opening the arms wide, closing the arms, reaching forward, getting tall as I come out of my scoop. 2 more. Deepening through the abs, bringing the arms up, Opening the arms wide, pulling those arms back to center, getting tall. One more time, scooping through the low tummy muscles. Opening, oh, sorry, we're coming up first, then opening the arms wide, then coming in and getting tall. That baby brain is already playing a part. We have one more exercise to do with our half roll back scoops. We're going to go into that little scoop, scoop, scoop of the low tummy muscles. And then from here, I'm going to do a little shimmy with my shoulders. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. It's not a huge movement, but it's a little bit of rotation through the thoracic spine. And 4, just reaching one hand a little bit forward, then the other hand forward. 2, 1. Take a breath in and get tall and tall and tall through the top of the head. Come on down onto your backs. So, moving into some hip rolls here. Again, finding that mobilization for the spine, and it's the whole spine this time. So as I deepen through my tummy muscles, I'm going to roll through that low back. Find a little bit of glute work, pressing into the heels, and rolling myself up through the spine, again, to about the shoulder blades. Reaching out through the knees and anchoring into my heels. Melt back down through the spine. And we're going to do that again. Deepening through the tummy muscles, rolling yourself back up. Again, feeling that nice length. And then melting, and melting, and melting. One more time like this, deepening through the tummy muscles, rolling up through the spine. And then melting down and down and down. We are going to build on this. We roll up one last time, holding it there, lifting both heels up, anchoring into those big toes. And then from here, we're going to go into a little running with the feet. I'm going to lower my right heel, switch it out with my left as I lift my right. Switch the heels, lowering one and lifting the other, switch. And switch. And switch, switch, and switch. Let's do this for 4, and 3, and 2, 1. Lift those heels up, hold those heels up, and melt from the top of the throat, through the collarbone, through the rib cage, each vertebrae melting down into the floor, deepening through the abdominals, keeping those heels lifted, and at the very end, letting the heels relax. Bring those legs right together. I'm going to open my arms just a little bit wider here, and I'm going to go into a little knee sway, allowing my knees to fall toward the camera. They don't have to touch the floor. I can stay on the angle, but the important part here is my oblique. So as I exhale, I want to deepen through the tummy muscles and really use my oblique to bring my hip back down to the floor. We're going to do the other side. So you can see that as I sway my knees, my hip lifts, taking a breath in. On my exhale, I'm going to deepen through the tummy muscles, really feel the oblique pulling that hip and that rib back down to the mat. Let's do it again. Let the knees sway. Deepen through the abdominals as you bring the legs back up. And again, let the knees sway. Exhale, deepen the tummy muscles as you come back up. One more time on each side like this, and then we're going to build on it. Exhale. Last one here, allowing those knees to sway. And exhale. We're going to add a little can-can to it. So allowing the knees to fall, but holding it in one position, abdominals are on. My top leg, I'm going to extend from my knee. So my knees are still together, but I'm drawing them, really engaging those inner thighs. Then bending the foot back down, deepen the abdominals, and come back to center. I'm going to do that on the other side. Let the knees sway. I'm going to lengthen the top leg from the knee, bend it back in, and then come back. One more time on each side like that, a little can-can, and extend, holding the knee in that diagonal position. Deepen the abs to come back. Last one here. and then lengthen and in and coming back. Now, if that feels like it's enough for you, you can stay there and continue with that, or you can join me by bringing the legs up into tabletop. We're going to do the exact same exercise. I'm going to allow the legs to fall to the side, deepening through the tummy muscles, and then to bring myself back up. And again, letting myself sway. Take a breath in, exhale. Really starting to wake up those abdominals. Let's do one more time like this on each side, and then we build. Exhale. And last one like this. Now you can keep your feet on the floor if it's too much. Exhale. Now for our can-can, you have a choice. As you go to the side, you can keep it with the one leg extended, or you can do both legs extended, bend them, and deepen those abs to come back. Do the other side. And reach and bend and back. If you are new to Pilates and you are pregnant, I would keep it with just the one leg extending. I wouldn't do both right away. And you could also bring both legs down if you feel like the abdominals are not quite supporting yet, or you're quite far along in your pregnancy and this might be a little bit too much work. One more time on each side. And back. Last one here, sway, reach, bend, and back. Pausing here. We keep the legs in tabletop, but you can now bring them into more of a parallel position. They don't have to be squeezed together. And we're going to bring the arms up to the ceiling. Moving into a nice little dead bug toe tap. As I toe tap my right leg to the floor, I'm going to reach my left arm back behind me and bring it back in. And I'm going to alternate that. So to the other side, alternating. Exhale. You can always add weights to this if you'd like to make it more challenging for yourself. And again, pausing at the top. Now, flex the feet. Same exercise, but with a flexed foot. Reaching one leg down and the other arm reaching long and pull it up. Other side. So checking in with yourself. You want to have a good amount of abdominal support here. With the flexed foot, we have a greater range of movement that we have to work through. You want to make sure that the abs are still doing the supportive work here and you're not popping your back. If you're popping your back, move back to the pointed foot. Down and up. Let's do one more time for luck. And up. And last one here. And up. We're going to bring the feet down and then the arms down. Now, we're moving into an abdominal section. I am not going to be doing the ab curl myself, but I will be doing the bottom part of the work. If you would like to add an ab curl in this, I'll lead you through that. If you're choosing to do the ab curl, you'll bring the hands behind the head and everybody is going to bring their right leg to tabletop. As you toe tap your right leg down, you will curl up into an ab curl. Bring the leg back up, lower the head and shoulders down. Keep the head and shoulders down, open the right leg out to the side, like a single knee drop. Pull that inner thigh back to center. Curl up and toe tap the foot. Lower the head and shoulders as you bring the leg back up. Everyone is opening the leg to the side, pulling that inner thigh back to center. And again, if you want to add the curl, you can, or just do the toe tap. Head is down as we open the leg out to the side, pulling that inner thigh back in. We've got two more here. Toe tap and leg up. Open the leg to the side, pull it back to center. You can curl up with your toe tap if you'd like. Lower the head and shoulders down as the leg lifts. Open the leg to the side, pull that leg back to center, and we're going to lower the leg down. Let's do the other side. Left leg up, hands behind the head. Curl up as you toe tap. Lower the head and shoulders as you bring the leg up. Everybody opens the leg to the side, head is down regardless. And again, if you are pregnant, you will take the ab curl portion out of this and just focus on finding the abdominal support with the legs. Toe tapping and up, opening the leg, pulling the inner thigh together. Two more times. We're going to toe tap and lift. Open that inner thigh, pull it back to center. Last one here. If you're doing the ab curl, you're adding it here, lowering the head and shoulders, opening the leg wide, pulling the inner thigh back to center and down. We are going to finish with some leg circles. Extend the legs out nice and long. Let's bring the arms up just to add a little bit of extra work here. Sliding the right leg up through tabletop to extension, going into 5 circles in each direction. 1. Keeping those obliques active for 2. And 3, 4, and 5. And then we have to reverse the direction of that for 5. And 4. 3. You can always bend your supporting leg if it's too much. Last one. Bend the leg, slide it back down. Let's do the other side. Deepen the abs as you slide the leg up through tabletop. Extend it up to the ceiling. Circles for 5. Trying to keep the hips nice and stable. Engaging those obliques. 2 and 1. Reversing that for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lowering the leg all the way down. We are rolling onto our sides. We're going to stay with the head down to begin and extend those legs nice and long. Now, if having the legs directly out from the hips is a little bit too much for the balance today, bring the legs forward slightly. You can also use your top hand on the floor for support, on the hip if you want a little bit more of a challenge, or up to the ceiling if you really want a challenge. It's up to you today. Squeeze those inner thighs together, and when you're ready, we're going to lift and lower the legs. And 2, we're lifting them together as one big leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's hold it up there for 8. Keep the top leg where it is. Lower and lift the bottom leg only 1. And 2. And 3. Pulling the tummy in for 4. Hips are square. 5. And 6. 7. And 8. Hold the bottom leg where it is. Lift the top leg for 8. And 7. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those legs together. Keep the top leg where it is. Bottom legs, circle at 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Of course, we're reversing that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you know it's coming, top leg only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reversing that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pull those abs in. 2, and 1. Lowering the legs together. You're going to come up onto your forearm and bend the bottom leg in. Really push the floor away so you're strong underneath that armpit, pulling those abs in. We're going to lift the leg, flex the foot. It is side kick time. Forward and back. Forward and back. 6 and 5. Really try to find that hip hinge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg back there. Turn it out. We're doing more circles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reversing that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we are not done. Pause. If you are early in your pregnancy, you can do the following. If you're late in the pregnancy, it may not feel comfortable, so stay in this position. Otherwise, everyone else can join me. We're going to rotate. I'm going to bring my top arm down onto the mat. So both of my forearms are on the mat. I'm really pulling the abdominals in and I am rotated here. My leg is still lifted. I'm going to flex that foot and do pulses up for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Now, if you are staying in this position, you're just lifting and lowering just like this. 2, 1. Do another set of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the foot deep in those abs. Rotate yourself back if you have been rotated to the floor. Bend the leg in and lower down. You're going to push yourself up onto your hand. Legs are bent. And we're going to go into a little tricep press here. So I'm going to bend my elbow in towards my waist and then push that floor away. And again, bend and push away. The key here is to not get the shoulder up into the ear. You want to keep the collarbone wide, bend the elbow, and don't let that shoulder near the ear at all. We got 3 left. 3. Pushing the floor away. That's 2. One more time. Holding that. Lift the opposite arm up. 3 little thread the needles here. Rotating as I thread the needle. And open. And rotate. And open. One more time here. Rotate. And open. And I'm just going to push myself up. And we're going to do all of this on the other side. So, lying yourself down. Nice long legs. You want to make sure the top leg is reaching long toward the end of the mat so you're not sinking in your waist. And from here, we're lifting both legs together up and down. Your choice on how you want to support yourself. You can place one hand on the floor, on your waist, to the sky. If you're further along in your pregnancy, you may want to put a block or a little pillow or towel underneath your belly bump just to make it more comfortable. And 3, and 2. We're going to hold up there for 1. Just the bottom leg is going to lower and lift 8 times. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold now, the top leg only. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bottom leg, 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse it. 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Top leg, 8, 7, 6, 5. Can definitely start to feel that work. And 2, and 1. Reversing that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze those legs together. Lower them down. Push yourself up onto your forearm. You can bend that bottom leg. Top leg is going to lift. Flex that foot. Here we go. Side kicks. Coming forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. We've got 4 more. Push that floor away. Stay really lifted under that armpit. Really lifted in that oblique. Last one here. Hold the leg back there. Turn it out. 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, you can stay in this position and do those little leg pulses, or you can rotate yourself to the floor, flex the foot, and 8 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the head lifted. 7 and 8. We've got one more set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the foot, rotate back if you have rotated, otherwise you're just gonna hold it there. Bend the leg in and push yourself up. We are moving into our little tricep work here. So again, I want to keep the shoulder away from the ear. So when I bend the elbow, I'm really aiming the elbow toward my waist, keeping a nice open collarbone, and then pressing the floor away. And bend, and up. Bend, exhale, up. 4, 5, and 6, 7, last one here, 8. Bring that arm up, thread the needle 3 times here, and open. Head and collarbone and rib cage, and open 1 last time. And open. Fantastic. All right, we are coming onto our hands and knees. You can go ahead and grab whichever set of weights you would prefer. We're going to start by placing the weight behind the knee. So I'm going to go with my heavier set of weights for my knee, but my lighter set of weights for when I do my arm work. So I'm going to keep one of each close by. And then from here, I'm going to place 1 weight right behind my knee. All right. Finding my nice 4-point kneel, I'm going to turn my elbows to rotate back toward the end of the mat. Tummy is pulled in for support. And I'm going to go into my donkey kicks, engaging my glute, lifting my leg up and coming down. Now I really have to bring my heel toward my bum in order to keep that weight from wanting to fall. And up. I've got 4 left here. And 3. And 2. And 1. I'm going to hold it up there. Pulse to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Try not to sink into my supporting hip. Hold it there. We're going to go into circles. So I'm going to bring my leg down, then open it out to the side and rotate that hip. So I'm back to parallel. Let the leg come down, open it to the side, rotate the hip back to parallel, and then lower. I'm going to do 2 more in this direction. And down. Now, if you don't have weights, you will still absolutely feel this work. And down. Now I have to reverse that. So I'm going to bring the leg up. I'm going to externally rotate my leg out to the side. Then lower the leg down toward the floor. Lift it up. Turn it out. Pull it in a little bit. And then lower 2 more times. Up. Nice big circle with the leg. Last one here. Bringing the leg down. I'm going to finish with fire hydrants, lifting the leg out to the side 8 times. 2, 3, keep that head lifted, push the floor away, try not to sink into those shoulders. I got 3 left here, and 2, 1 more time, and coming down. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, you can keep your heavier set of weight for your arm work. I'm going to go to my lighter set of weights here. And I'm going to start by doing the exact same arm as the leg I just worked. Because we're working with only one arm and leg at a time, it's not really that important to have to do oppositional arm and leg. I'm going to reach my arm out in front of me, open it out to the side, and start with 8 circles from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then reversing that for 8. It's going to be really easy to want to let my head drop to the floor. Try to keep that gaze lifted. 2 and 1. I'm going to bring the arm down. Bend the elbow by my side. Let the arm come down. Bend it by my side. And down. 3. Pull the tummy in. And 4. 5. And 6. 7. And 8. Holding it there. Tricep kickbacks for 8. And 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there. Finish with 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on down. I'm going to turn myself around to do my other side because I just don't have the space to do that leg work and arm work out to the side. Placing my heavier weight behind my leg I haven't worked yet. And again, I want to turn my elbows back to the back end of my mat, bringing my heel toward my bum. And here I go. 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that there. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold that there. Here are my circles. Coming down, open, and back. Down, open, and back. Down, open, and back. One more time here. And down. Let's reverse that. We lift the leg up. We're going to open it out to the side. Allow it to lower to the floor. And up, open, and down. 3, and down. Last one. And down. We have fire hydrants here. 8, and 7. Whew. 6, definitely feeling warm. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on down. I'm going to take that weight away. Get my lighter weight. Pull the abdominals in. Push the floor away with my supporting arm. Bring the arm up. Open it out to the side. 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then reversing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to lower the arm down. Bend the elbow into the waist, then back to the floor. To the waist, to the floor. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Stay up there. Tricep kick back. 1, and 2. We have more arm work happening after this. 4 left, and 3, and 2. Stay up there. Pulse it up. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on down. Push yourself to a child's pose. Enjoy a nice stretch there. You can roll yourself back up through the spine. Before we come to standing, we're going to do one last little bit of mobilizing here on the mat. We're going to go back to our half roll back work, just to work that low back after all of that 4-point kneel and sideline work. But my legs are going to be long this time. You can bend them. I'm choosing to have my legs long. Arms out. And I'm just going to go for a nice little rolling under of that tailbone, just deepening into those low abdominal muscles. And then stacking myself tall through the spine. And again, scooping through the low tummy, letting that low back lengthen and stretch, and roll myself back up. Let's just do 2 more. And up. On this last one, I'm going to stay scooping through the tummy muscles, holding that. I'm going to bend my leg closest to the camera and then let it go nice and long again. Fold the knee up to the ceiling rather than thinking of pulling it back toward the hip and out. Up to the ceiling. One more time. Keep that little scoop. Last one here. And down deep and through those tummy muscles. Roll yourself back up through the spine. We're just going to bend the legs and do a couple of those little upper back rolls that we started the class with. Let the head get heavy. Let the upper back just soften. Then stack yourself up tall. Do that a couple more times. Let the head get nice and heavy. Then stack yourself tall. One last time here, heavy head, softened back. Stack yourself tall, head floating at the very end. Excellent. All right, we are going to move to standing. Go ahead and grab your light weights. All right, we are coming to standing. I have my light weights all ready for me here. You can't see what's happening with my legs, but really we're focusing primarily on the arms, so that's not really going to be too much of a concern. All right, so nice and supported through the feet, pulling the abdominals in. We're going to begin with an exercise called the offering. Placing the weights in my hands, palms up to the ceiling, elbows in by my side, taking a breath in. On my exhale, I'm going to reach out. Inhale, open those arms. Exhale, pull them together. And inhale, back in. Let's do it again. Exhale. And open. And close. And in. Do it again. Out we go. And open. Close. And in. What I want you to watch, there's going to be some sway in the body as I open and close my arms. What I want you to watch is that you don't end up just popping the ribs as you open those arms. I really want you to think of the stabilization and support through the rib cage as the arms open up. We're going to do 2 more. And in, last one here, out and open, in and close, arms down. We're going into the butterfly. So I'm going to bring both of my arms out to the side, then a nice big side bend, one arm coming down, one arm coming up above my head, taking a breath in. As I engage my obliques to come back up, I'm going to pull my arms in through center and then open the arms wide to the other side. Side bending, I'm coming up and over like a big candy cane. As I exhale to come up, I'm going to pull those arms in through center and then open them wide. Again, side bend. Exhale, pulling the abdominals in, and I'm bringing my arms sort of mid-chest. Open, so that way I'm not pulling them in front of my throat, but a little lower than that. And open. I'm going to do one more time on each side. And open, last one here, side bend. And exhale. And open. Now bring those arms right back to center. Bow and arrows. My right elbow is going to bend. I'm going to rotate towards that right arm and then back to center. Bow and arrow, head and collarbone and rib cage and center. Getting taller through my head here. Think of little clouds or balloons between the vertebrae. Think of spiraling upward rather than thinking of screwing down as you turn through that spine. Last one here, and arms down. All right, I'm going to come onto my side so you can see what I'm doing. Bending my knees, I'm going to find a nice hip hinge here and allow for my arms to fall forward. They're going to naturally fall in space, head lifted. We're going to some tricep kickbacks. Bend those elbows into your waist, kick back those arms, bend them back down, and down they go. Pull them in, reach them out, bend, and lower. 3, and lower. Do this for 4. Bend and lower for 5. Keep that head lifted, collarbone wide, 6. Nice hinge at the hip, and 7. Last one here, 8. We're gonna hold it back there, pulse it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to lower the arms down. Bend the elbows back in by my waist, and I'm going to do little chicken arms. I'm going to open the arms out to the side and in. So if I face you, it looks like this. Opening those arms up and back. I'm going to do 3 more like that. 2, and then I'm going to add on. 1, hold the arms out there. Reach the arms up overhead. Bend the elbows, bring them back to your waist. Open the elbows, out over the head, bend and down. 3 more, up and out, bend and down. 2, bend and down. One more time, up and out, bend and down, and coming up. Going into a little split squat here. So again, I know you can't see the bottom of my legs, but it's okay. My front leg, my right leg is coming forward. My back leg, the heel is lifted. I'm just gonna have my arms by my side, and I'm just gonna lower myself straight down in space and squeeze my bums to come up. And down, and up, and down, and up. I'm gonna do 4 more like this, and 3, 2, last one. Putting all of my weight onto the front leg. I'm gonna reach my arms out in front of me to counterbalance. Flexing my heel on my back leg, I'm gonna lift and lower that back leg up. I have a slight bend in my supporting leg, and I am hinged forward at my hip joint. That's gonna give me the range of movement to lift and lower my leg. I've got about 3 left here. Pull the tummy in 2, and 1, and lower the leg down. Now, we are gonna do the other side, but we're gonna do all that arm work all over again. So standing tall on both feet, going back to the offering. If you wanna move to a lighter set of weights right now, you can. And we are going out and open, in and back, out and open, in and back. 3, and 4, and 5, last one, 6, and in, arms out to the side, butterflies, side bend, engage those obliques to come back up, pull the arms in through center, open them wide, side bend, up and over, beautiful candy cane, exhale, and open, 4 more, up and over. The weights are gonna wanna take over in your side bend. Still be in control of them. Don't let them just take you right over. Be in control. 2 more. And open, last one here. And open. We're gonna bring the arms back in, bow and arrow. Let's start with the left side this time. Rotating through the spine, back to center. Rotating through the spine and center. Let's do this for 4. Think of spiraling up and up and up. And 2 more. And last one. And back down. Okay, going into our little hip hinge here. Bending the knees, finding a nice hip hinge. Let the arms just naturally fall. Collarbone and shoulder blades are active. Slide the shoulder blades together. And we go for our triceps here. And down. So I'm pulling in, reaching back, bending those elbows, and down. Up, and back, and down. And down. 4 more. 4. 3. Collarbone wide, head lifted. Last one here. We're going to keep the arms back there. Pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the arms come down. Bend the elbows in. Chicken arms here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 5 with that extra push overhead, and bend those elbows back in. Open them wide. Push overhead, bend and in. 3 more. Reach, bend and in. 2 more. Up, reach, and in. Last one. Up, reach, and in, and coming up. Bring the left foot forward, the right foot back, right heel lifted. 8 split squats, down and up. Last exercise of the class. This has been a nice long class, full body. 4 more. 3. Drive into that front heel so you really feel that glute working. Last one. I'm gonna bend my front leg, hinging forward. Arms out to balance, flex that back leg, lift it 8 and 7. Try to keep the hips really nice and square. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that leg in. All right, I'm just gonna put my weights aside. Let's just go for a nice side bend, no weights. Enjoy the bend here. Breathe into the rib cage, breathe into the tissue. And up. Other side. Breathing into the lungs. And up. Let's do that one more time on each side. Just enjoying that stretch. And up. Last one. And up. And there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me. It is an absolute pleasure to work out with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.